Hi, everybody. So today I'll be discussing the epidemic modeling work our team has done simulating the campus repopulation in fall 2021. This work generally is part of the data-driven and adaptive decision-making approach we've employed throughout this entire Return to Learn program. And the goal of this particular analysis was to inform contingency planning for the fall using predictive epidemic modeling with plausible worst-case scenarios. So you can see here on the right that the epidemic model we're using was developed by a faculty member here, Ravi Goyal, and published in Clinical Infectious Diseases. This model simulates SARS-CoV-2 transmission among our roughly 60,000 UC San Diego students, both on and off campus, as well as faculty and staff. A key feature of this model is that it simulates transmission on networks, and these networks have been tailored to room level data on residential housing situation at UC San Diego in terms of the different buildings, sizes, and suite configurations. And it was also tailored to the classroom registration data with different classes of varying sizes. And so these classroom and residence networks are fixed over the course of a term, but we simulate additionally a random network of campus connections where transmission can occur due to social interactions or other kind of campus interactions outside of these building and classroom, residential and classroom settings. So what we've done is used this simulation model to assess the impact of increased campus density in the fall. And we're looking at the impact on total campus-related and community-related transmissions over the course of a term. So today I'll show our modeling examining a scenario where we assume a 75% vaccination coverage among both our students and employees in the fall, with the assumption that individuals who are fully vaccinated have an 80% reduced chance of either acquiring and transmitting the virus to others. So we've made a few key improvements to the model that I wanted to mention today. The first was to incorporate the effect of our wastewater monitoring program. As you know, we currently collect wastewater from 126 samplers covering more than 340 residential and non-residential buildings across campus every day. What we've learned this year is that the wastewater is highly sensitive in detecting infected individuals, with our estimates of 74 to 87% of residential cases that we've diagnosed also detected in the wastewater. Our wastewater results are provided on our public daily dashboard, as well as select targeted email notifications. And what we've learned is that our notifications do double the testing rates in buildings with a positive wastewater signal. So the program is highly effective in detecting infections and generating a testing response. So based on all the data we've collected this year, we then simulate this process in our epidemic model to incorporate the added value of this wastewater monitoring program. So the other key improvement that we made was to calibrate the model to the data we collected through winter quarter in terms of where we saw transmission events occurring among our campus populations. What we found shown here is that both among our off-campus students shown in the pie chart on the left and our on-campus students on the pie chart on the right, is that the vast majority, 84 to 88% of infections were likely acquired in the community, with a small fraction, 11 to 12%, potentially acquired due to campus encounters. And among our on-campus students, 5% of infections were likely related to residential transmissions. As you know, we had no classroom or research related transmissions that we know about. And so this information was used to fine tune our model parameters in terms of transmission risk across these settings. And we use that to inform our understanding about what happens as we increase density within these settings in the fall. So here are the results from the modeling. This slide shows the total simulated transmission events over the entire fall 2021 term among our full campus population of about 60,000, with the red bars in this figure showing the total campus-related transmissions over fall term, and the gray bars showing the community-related transmissions. So like we've observed throughout this past year, the model is continuing to predict that the campus is a safer place than the community, with the vast majority of predicted transmission events occurring in the community and not on campus. Looking at the red bars, which are the campus-related transmissions, we can see that the model is predicting fewer than 20 campus-related transmissions over the entire term, so 1 to 2 per week in the fall. Even in the context of increasing campus density, with these scenarios showing the impact of a shift from singles housing and hybrid instruction on the left, all the way to doubles housing and full in-person instruction on the right-hand side, we can see that bringing more students on campus only results in a few more campus-related transmissions in red, about 5 or more over the whole course of the term. But then if you look at the gray bars, you can see it also reduces the number of community-related transmissions as well. And so overall, again, we're expecting that even with this increased density, the campus will remain a safer place in the community, and we can expect very few transmission events related to our campus activities. A reminder that these are plausible worst-case scenarios with vaccination rates even higher than 75%, which is what we've simulated here. Even fewer infections are predicted. And finally, with our scenario of doubles housing and in-person instruction, which we anticipate to be the situation in the fall, we also examined a range of asymptomatic testing and wastewater monitoring scenarios to see the comparative effect of these different scenarios. This slide similarly shows the cumulative campus-related in red and community-related in gray transmission events over the entire term. And if you look at the red bars, you can see that all the monitoring scenarios we examined resulted in very few, less than 20 total campus-related transmissions over the term, with simulations with wastewater monitoring showing that wastewater monitoring is highly effective in detecting infections. Wastewater monitoring is likely to remain a key component of our viral monitoring strategy, in addition to our testing program, both for detecting individual infections, but we can also sequence the virus detected among our individual testing program, as well as our wastewater monitoring program, to assess for the presence of variants of concern and monitor that situation actively throughout the fall. Overall, this modeling work continues to support our data-driven approach to enable the resumption of campus activities while leveraging the effective and adaptive strategies we've developed over the course of this year to keep the campus safe for fall 2021 and beyond.